You know what? Forget it. I'm not doing the countdown because I just realized that at the beginning you could see me just kind of looking around like a crazy person. Hello. It's gonna be one of those nights tonight. my screen or my stool is squeaky, and my head is a little frazzled, and it's all good because it's Thursday and we get to do train stuff. So yeah. It's funny. I was just thinking about it the other day. Thursdays have always been train day for me because on Wednesdays, when I was a part of the Port Hope Club, we had our meetups on Wednesdays, but then Thursday, we had a round robin at my brother's house. So we would go, well, not always at my brother's house, but myself and my brother, we would go around to several different people's layouts and do operating sessions on Thursdays. So it fits that it's a Thursday night and we're doing train stuff. Anyway, I digress. How's everyone doing? Welcome. This is Third Rail Thursday. My name is Tim from They Make It Like That. And yes, you are looking at the same webcam that we used 2 weeks ago on my stream. I fixed it. How does it look? How does it sound? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Am I a Smurf? Let's look in the chat. Let's see how everyone's doing. I know Chris was here super early, and that's cool. Thank you for being here, Chris. Go via or go home. We got Curly Express in the chat. Brian Ferguson. I'm not even going to try with last names. We got Steve. We got Roger. We've got Trackside Mike. Hello, Trackside Mike. How's it going? So many people. Don Hennessy. How's it going, Don? Lots and lots of people. Sparky. Welcome, Sparky. Excellent. I needed a heckler in the audience tonight. How's it going, Sparky? Roy. What's up, Roy? You know, I was thinking about you today, Roy, because we were talking about Patrick Waugh, former NHL goalie Patrick Waugh. And when I was a kid, I used to get in so many arguments about how his last name was spelt R-O-Y and pronounced Waugh. And so many people were like, no, it's Patrick Roy. So is your name Roy or is it Waugh? And we've been pronouncing it wrong all this time. Anyway, Jason, the train freak. How's it going, Jason? And there's a bunch more of you. I'm sure I'll shout you guys out as the night progresses. But we could be here all night trying to catch up because it sounds like you guys have been in the chat for like a half an hour at least. Bernard from Mini Prince, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Great stream last night, by the way, Bernard. I'm not drinking from a local brewery. I'm having coffee because I need it. Yeah, I'll leave that bit for you. You can do the local brewery thing on your lives. It's Roy, not Raw. No, I was saying Wah, like W-A-A, only it's spelled R-O-Y. I don't know. I don't know what nationality that is. Great goalie, though. Alright, so, I don't know if you guys caught my layout update, my layout update video. It's going to be that night tonight. My layout update video this morning. Or whenever you watched it today. But I started working on my layout, my new layout, and tonight we are not working on that. Sorry, Mark. I know you wanted a working on the layout live, but I'm not there yet. That will probably happen in the future, but I'm not there yet, because literally it's 2 doors clamped to a table. There's not much going on. You could watch me put masking tape down and then rip it back up and put it down again for an hour and a half to 2 hours, or we can do some graffiti. So that's what we're gonna do. I decided to make a game of it. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars here from various people from the Otter Valley meet and greet, and I'm going to enter them into a spinny wheel. I have it right here. Ready? Spinny wheel. Woohoo! Let me actually, I didn't get a chance to relocate my switcher device. Let me put that up here so that I can reach it a little easier. So I got a spinny wheel. And I'm going to enter some names on the spinny wheel. Actually, not names. I'm going to enter some cars onto the spinny wheel. And whichever one it lands on is the car I'm going to do tonight. That way everybody it's fair. I didn't take all of the cars from my stash from Otter Valley because some of those I've designated for actual videos and not live streams. So John, if you're watching, I'm not going to do your G-scale tonight, unfortunately, because I want to make a whole video about it. So it's kind of a what's the phrase I'm looking for? Bittersweet, I guess? I don't know. I shouldn't try to be poetic tonight. I need to yeah, whoever wins needs to have freak somewhere on the car. It's possible. It's possible. We could do that. So we have. What do we got? What do we got here? Let's see if I can do this way. I have a CN auto rack from Trackside Mike. This is an Intermountain auto rack. Beautiful looking auto rack. I'm gonna enter that into the wheel here. Let's see here. Let's go CN. Let's just call it 113. The last 3 digits of the name here. So we've got that one. We have a Canadian National. It's kind of hard to see there. There we go. Canadian National boxcar, a blue CN from, this is I think from Forever DC 302. So we'll put this as the CNA. Wait a second. CNA 203. I was like, I'm writing up a switching session here. We then have, moving into N scale. What? What? We have N scale, people. We have a Rail Link car from Sean McGee. Look at that one. Rail Link 044. Trying to type one-handed with my left hand. It's not working out. Okay, what else do we have? We have a hopper car from John Train. So I know you didn't get a chance for me to do the G-scale, but I do have one of your cars here, John. So this one here is Union Pacific. There's a business card in the way of the road number. I'll just read it off the box here. It's a UP hopper number 628. And then we have another N-scale car from Sean McGee. It's a rail box number 934. Rail Link and Rail Box. What did I say? 934? I mean, I'll get the hint. Not to worry. Let's tuck those guys away for now. And last but not least, we have another CN auto rack. I kind of tipped the scales a little bit in favor of the auto rack. There's 2 of them in here, just because I kind of want to do one. So Alright, so this one is CN 509. Okay, those are our entries for this evening. Is everybody ready? Is everybody ready? I mean, I don't know what you'd be waiting for. Let's give it a spin here, shall we? Oh, look how official this is. I feel like we're at the carnival. What's it gonna be? Oh, oh, oh. Oh, look at that. It's even got applause. Woo! Alright. So we got CN509. What was that? The auto rack? Oh, imagine that. I promise you, this was done live. This is not staged. Trackside Mike, if you're in here, we're doing this one. Ready? Set. Top down camera. Excellent. Oh, it's a little bright. Let's fix that, shall we? Let's make it a little bit darker and zoom it in a little bit more. And yeah, there she is. Auto rack. So I wanted to make it a game. However, that's kind of where my plan ended. I didn't know what to do after that. This is a cool looking. Oh, the door's open and everything. Wow. This is nice. This is nice. I haven't handled a Intermountain auto rack in a long time. They've gotten much better over the years. Okay. Where are we now? Oh, I put it out of frame. Set that box down there. Okay. Mike, you're in the chat, which is nice. Do you have any preferences as to what you want me to put on this car? I know we talked earlier. Oh, that is an Otter Valley special run. I actually got one of those from Otter Valley. Lauren gave me one to do up to make a video about it and everything. And my plan, just between you and me and the fence post, everybody on this live, you're hearing it first. I'm gonna raffle it off when it's done. So if you're not subscribed, be subscribed. It'll help you out. I promise. Alright, Trackside Mike. Do you have any preferences, or do you want me to just wing it? Let's give him a second to respond. Let's have a nice look at this thing here. Let me shift that over just a little bit. Trackside Mike says to do whatever you want. What's wrong with doing raffles in Canada, Human City? Is there a problem with that? You got a problem with that? You got a problem with that, Heath? Alright, well, we're gonna leave it up to me, I suppose. Where did I put my cell phone? Oh, it's upstairs. Figures. It's gonna die. Alright. Let's see. What should we do? Anyone else have any suggestions? Obviously, it has to be approved by Trackside Mike, but if you have any suggestions, I'm willing to listen, as long as it's not crazy. Come on. I still have this on my desk. Let me see if you guys can see it. This was from last week. If you missed, not last week, last time I did a stream. Was that 2 weeks ago now? If you missed it, this was the car that I did for Richard and his son Landon on last week's stream. Total blast doing that car. It was great. I'm losing myself over here. I'm trying to find something. Oh, Heath, when did that happen? That happened like a few months back now. I think it was right around my birthday, actually, that I hit 1,000. But thank you. Appreciate that. I know what I'm gonna do. You want me to do Timbrim? Or are you saying Timbrim because you saw my hat? Wait, no. There's no way you saw my hat. I'd have to be like this close for you to see my hat. Okay, we got a few suggestions. We got Eastside, Timbrim, TSM. A few good suggestions here. Let's just roll with it, shall we? Let me get my sketchbook out. Let's see what happens. We're done looking at this one now. If you want to check that one out, you can catch the stream from 2 weeks ago. It was a lot of fun. I think my favorite part of the whole night was when so Richard and his son were both watching, and they obviously it was past his bedtime, so he had to put his son to bed, and then he's like, okay, well, I might catch the replay, we'll see. And he came back. He came back, and I was already done the graffiti and halfway through weathering, and he's just like, whoa, wait a second. We made a bit of progress. Oh, you can't even see that, can you? Woo. Let's darken that, shall we? Can you see that now? That'll work. We're gonna do a bit of freestyle tonight. No planning, just go. should always check in that you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Heath, you gotta let me in on your secret. What's wrong with doing a raffle in Canada? I've done them before. I raffled a hat. I mean, I know that was in person, but still. That'll work. Just darken it up a little bit so you guys can see it. Okay. Oh, thanks. I think that'll work. What are you guys saying in the chat here? There has to be a no purchase necessary option, and people cannot pay to enter. Oh, you don't have to pay. I wouldn't make people pay. What else was I gonna say? You need... Heath says that I need Teo here as a co-host to provide color commentary while I'm focusing and drawing. You know, I'm gonna have him on again, but I can't tonight because he's sleeping. Between myself having a live stream and my wife having a hair client, it's just so much easier to put him in his bed and put my daughter in her bed and say sayonara so that we can be productive. Yeah. Anyway, that's... I don't know why I'm spending more time making the sketch look great when we can just put it on a car. So let's do that, shall we? It's crash zoom. Let's put her right around here. I don't know why I took my sketchbook away and then I put it on my desk where I can't see it. I need this. I need to be able to see what I'm doing. Ooh. Okay. Okay, let's do some graffiti, shall we? I'm gonna start right around here. This might actually be a little bit difficult because it's got some stainless steel bits. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use a paint marker right away. Do my kids speak Japanese? No, they don't. I mean, they speak gibberish. It could be Japanese for all I know, but I don't speak Japanese, so I don't really know if they're speaking Japanese or not. I mean, they're pretty smart kids, so there's a possibility that they're speaking Japanese. Did we get some Timbrim? No, there's no way. Oh, hang on. Timbrim is there. Okay, so yeah, there's a possibility of Timbrim. The age-old issue of trying to wake up a paint marker. Wake up, paint marker. You're needed. There we go. Good morning. How was your nap? I hope it was swell. It's time to work. Can you guys see? Shout at me if there's Timbrim. Man, these cars are cool. I might keep one. Yeah, raffle's off, guys. No more raffle. I'm keeping one. It's too nice. You can't do this to me. You can't make me graffiti a car that's this nice and then keep it. However, I think the one that he gave me is a CP. With the TTX underside, so it's like the red with the yellow on it. I might just give it up because it's a CP. Okay, you see, I had no idea that sayonara was even Japanese. What's toodles? Sometimes we just say toodles. Tonight was a toodles night. Just go to bed. I was almost late to my stream because they were being shenaniganizers. Alright, that's looking like something. And then from here, we have an S that goes up like this. This is a weird texture of a car. I've never done anything like this before, but I like it. And if you're expecting this thing to look exactly like the sketch, you're going to be wrong, because I'm freestyling. So it's probably going to be completely different. We'll have to see. And if you hear my youngest in the background there, that's because it's my youngest in the background. So we're gonna have to let this guy dry. And I'll probably carry on and do something else as well while we're waiting, because it's fun. Can't just do this on an auto rack. There's more to it than that, I'm sure. Dante's in the house. Hello, Dante. What's going on? How's your Thursday treating you? I'm gonna try and soak up some of this paint so you can still see through the car. I don't want it to be too clogged up, because that's not realistic. If you paint it, you're only painting the surface. You're not putting a span of paint across that hole. Dante's doing good. That's excellent. Glad to hear it. It's frustrating because last time we had, well, last week was GVO After Dark, and it was also Canada Day Eve. It wasn't Canada Day, but it was the Thursday of a long weekend, and we had Friday off here in Canada, so it was a little easier to stay up late. None of us had to work in the morning, and it was excellent. Does anybody have tomorrow off? What are we gonna do here? Let's see. What other mischief can we get up to here? I need a roll of tape. Please hold. Luckily there's one here on my new layout. It's what I've been using to make track plans. Who here is excited about the new layout? Hey, John Train. How's it going? John, you missed it. We had a little bit of a game at the beginning to pick at random which car we would do tonight. And I was explaining that your auto rack is not in the mix because I want to make a dedicated video about... Or, sorry, not auto rack. G-Scale was not in the mix because I want to make a dedicated video about doing G-Scale. So, sorry about that. And then you had another car in the mix, but it didn't win because it was a randomized wheel. So, yeah. Sorry about your luck. On the other hand, we're doing a dedicated video about G-scale. There we go. Let's cover up that road name. You know, there's not going to be a helix. I do apologize for that. But it's not going to disappoint. I'm very excited about this layout. It's taken way too long to get started, but I feel like there's a snowball effect happening. For those of you in the States, Canada has this thing called snow, and therefore we have a phrase called snowballing. I'm totally kidding. You guys know what snowballing is. Do these doors open? Oh, I think they do. Look at that. Can I put a car in here? Or am I being a little bit too crazy? I want to be delicate. I'm not, you know, I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm not gonna mess with it because these are way too delicate. I'm just gonna leave it. Let me get this closed again. There we go. There we go. Ooh, it's stressful. I do not want to mess this thing up. Oh yeah, man, that worked a little bit. I kind of wanted to put a car in it, but it's all good. I'll just leave it alone. Sidetracked. Sidetracked by Trackside's car. Can you guys even see what I'm doing? I think you can. Let's let that dry. And let's do one on the back. Why not? There was a couple of other suggestions. I see a thing that says Tim does. What did Tim does? What did I does? Who did I what did I? He says don't be afraid, just use a toothpick. Well, if I have your blessing, Mike, then maybe I'll try that. I just don't want to get in trouble. I don't even know what I would put. What would I put in there? Oh, you know what? Totally, what would I... Oh, I know. I'll put this one in here. This is a car that's... It's actually for sale. Okay, you know what? Okay, let's see here. Let's see what we can do. This is a, I don't even know what year it would be, but pretty old BMW. It's been weathered. It's got the wiper streaks going on. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's got wiper streaks happening. Where are we there? Wiper streaks. And can I get any closer? I'm trying to like watch it on my computer and it's not working. There we go. So we got wiper streaks. We got there's a marker light missing. I pulled that out to make it look like it was a beater. It's got a trim piece on the back that's bent. Just did some basic smashing. It's missing a mirror. And then it's dirty because it's in reality and they make it like that. I am going to raffle it off. I'm gonna raffle it off tonight. Why not? So if you guys can figure out how raffles work, Heath, you're up. Let's make a raffle. But before we do that, let's put it in an auto rack just for no reason at all. I'm going to do this side because this side looks a little more promising. If I do it on camera, then it's even more stressful. How's that sound? Okay, here we go. Just don't be afraid and use a toothpick. But I feel like I have more. Are these supposed to like peel? Are these supposed to pull back? I'm afraid, Mike. I've never done this before. And it looks like I don't want to do it, Mike. Oh, there we go. There we go. We got it. This side is a little more sketchy. Sorry, I'm taking you guys on a ride here. There we go. Oh, yes. We got it open. Now, closing it again is another story. Look at that. There's a beamer in there. And you can't even see it. This is strictly for my enjoyment. But it's in there, I promise. It's in there. Maybe if I switch to this angle, can you see it in there? Look at that. It's in there. Ooh. Can you see it? That's so cool. One of these loaded up would be sweet on your layout. Only I don't think anyone would put a beat up beamer in a auto rack, but who knows? Let's close this back up before I get in trouble. Okay, so who wants to enter to win a raffle? Tim says the scale-sized owner probably just got tired of the high-cost repairs and just let it go to the dogs. You know, that's exactly what my thought process was when I weathered that car. Because I typically model modern, and this was made to sell. Like this was on my table for sale, at shows and stuff like that. But my thought process was, anytime I've ever seen a Beamer of this era, it's just been garbage. So I made it look the way that I see them, because they make it like that. So if anybody wants to enter the raffle, how should we do this? Let me see. Talk amongst yourselves for a second. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. This is so spur of the moment, but I love it. This car, HO scale Beamer, piece of garbage. I'm gonna prove Heath wrong, and we're gonna raffle it. Comment on this video. #Beamer. Only one time. And yeah, I'll do a random comment picker. I have one queued up right here, and we'll be able to pick who the winner is. Never done this before. It'll be fun. All right. So I'll give you guys a little while. To do that. We'll come back. We'll revisit that momentarily. Where did I put those little... Oh, they're right there. Okay. And just so you guys, so it's clear, don't put #Beamer in the chat. Put it in the comments of the video, because otherwise I won't be able to get it. And Heath, if you don't know how to spell it, it looks like everybody above you is putting it in the chat. But the chat is not the comments. It will only work in the comments. Osmerica, that was an oversight. I'm sorry, I won't be able to ship it to Australia. I can't do that. That's a little bit out of my budget. You can't comment on the video while I'm live? Hang on a second. Let me see here. Let me log in as a different person. This is taking a turn, people. Oh, wait, hold on. You can't comment. Let me turn my phone down. Oh, you can't. What the heck? Okay, well, live chat it is. Learn something new every day, I guess. Okay, let's see here. Let me go back up in the chats. And we'll go back to our little wheel guy. And let's close this off here. So we got John. And I'm not even going to try to spell everybody's names right or put everybody's handles. I'm just going to put Heath. Just because it's going to take way too long. Father Tim. Whoops. Okay. John 1, John 2. Happy Valley, I'm raffling a Beamer. And don't worry about it because you just entered. So, alright. I'm going to give it one more minute until my phone says that it's 8:54. And then I'm going to stop because I won't be able to keep up with however many people are in this chat right now. Teo could not enter all the names. He can write his own name, and that's and mom and dad and hi. But there'd be too many Johns, I think. Happy Valley, we're giving away a Beamer. This one here, pardon the focus. It's an HO scale Beamer that I weathered and detailed a while back. It's got some wiper streaks, it's got some trim pieces broken and missing, it's got a mirror snapped off. Just basically how you would see a Beamer of this era on the road today. And I'm going to raffle it off just because I feel like it. So, yeah. Ozzy, you want me to add you back in? Oops, that was the wrong one. Ozzy's going to send it to a friend. Okay. I don't know if I spelled that right, but... and go via... What else do we have here? Who did I miss? Alright. We're calling it. I'm going to say that we are ending it right here. And anybody before that, I'll make sure that you're in the chat or entered in. So who did I miss here? We got Dan's. I'm just going to put Dan. Chris, I saw Chris. And that's it. That's it. Okay. Let's do this. Great addition for anyone modeling a junkyard. Yep. You know, and sometimes you'll see it like up on blocks in someone's driveway maybe. Any of those things. Alright, let's do this, shall we? Please be someone in North America. Blocksmith Forge. Okay, I don't even think I've ever seen you in my chat before. I don't think I've ever seen you in my chat before, Blocksmith. But welcome. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for winning. Hopefully you're in North America. Do me a favor and go to theymakeitlikethat.com and where is it here? Head over to theymakeitlikethat.com and click on the contact page, enter your name and information and such, and that email will get sent directly to me, and we can get started in communication with sending that yonder. Dwight, wait a second. Dwight, were you in the chat? Were you in the thing? Hang on a second. Dwight, where were you? Did you put the hashtag? I don't see... How far back does this chat go? Hang on a second. Sorry, guys. Talk amongst yourselves here. Where did I put here? Okay, Dwight, where are you? Did you put the hashtag, Dwight? Because you had to put the hashtag to enter. This is a very rudimentary way of doing this. Yeah, I don't see your name with the hashtag, Dwight. Sorry about that. That would be why I didn't put you in the spinny wheel guy. All right. Cool. Moving right along. That was probably enough time to wrap or to let this dry. But I'm also gonna do something on this side as well. So let's do that. All right. That was fun. Totally random tangent. Alright, Blocksmith Forge. What's your name, buddy? You're the proud new owner of a Germany money pit. That is correct. Oh, man. That's funny. Okay, so what's your name, Blocksmith, or do you want me to call you Blocksmith? What was I going to do on this side again? First of all, I need to wake this up. And let's go. Oh yeah, let me start here. So how's your guys' weeks been? How have your weeks been? It's only been 1 week, but there's multiple people, so we're just gonna wing it. How have your weeks been? Does the CN car have cars in it? It did a minute ago. I actually put the Beamer inside. That's how we got on the subject of the Beamer. I had that car for sale at shows before, and it's just kind of like overstock from when I used to do shows back in the day, and I kind of want to start fresh at the new show season, post-COVID show season. Yeah, so I am getting rid of it, and, well, I've gotten rid of it now, and that way we can carry on. So that's the fun thing about my lives. I've decided maybe I'll raffle things off at random. Maybe I'll give discounts at my on my website. Maybe it will just be a random day of me just doing nonsense. You never know. And if you're not subscribed, and if you're not watching the streams, then you're probably missing out. Probably. So get on that if you're not subscribed. And I'm speaking more so for anybody watching the replay right now, because I think everybody that's in the chat is subscribed. Most folks call me Forge. And I also run a streaming channel that revolves around Lego. Well, that's cool. Do you do any Lego railroading at all, or Or is it strictly just Lego of all descriptions? Lego's cool too. I like Lego. I used to be big into Lego when I was a kid, but I never really had the kits. Okay. And Oz America, I know I was shouting, please be from North America during the, when the little prize wheel was spinning. I don't mean any shade by that. Of course, it would be cool if you won. I have no clue what it would cost to ship that thing to Australia. Probably have better luck putting it in a bottle and hoping it got there. So, well, we're here, just killing time. I don't have any music or anything to put on for you guys, unfortunately. But, while we're here, let's have a look and see who do we got going on next week. That looks like it's going to be Chris next week. Go via or go home for Third Rail Thursday. If you're new here, Third Rail Thursday is every Thursday night on various channels. It's put on officially by Go Via or Go Home, and then there's myself and M&M Rails, and I'm actually filling in for DaveCo. Indefinitely, it seems. I don't mind. So first Thursday of every month is myself at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and second Thursday would be Chris, Go Via or Go Home, and then followed by M&M Rails, and then the fourth Thursday of the month is back on Chris's channel, Go Via or Go Home, for a show called GVO After Dark, which I like to call basically a live video podcast, if you will. We talk about all things model railroading and real railroading, and yeah, special guests will come in and out, and sometimes I'll just bomb the chat or just show up unannounced like I did last week, and yeah, it's a fun time. I'm seeing stuff about a dog. Heath, is there something wrong with your dog? Sorry about that, friend. So I'm doing this one a little bit backwards than I normally do. Typically I'll do the base and then I do the line work, but I think just because of the texture of this car, it's a little easier to do it backwards. Plus I'm freestyling, so I didn't know what it was going to turn into. I might go back over it again and redo the line work. We'll see how it looks. Okay. Did I see Rapido's latest announcement today? I did not. However, Chris told me about it. Something about center beam cars? That's pretty exciting. I've never had center beam cars. How long are center beam cars anyway? Because I don't even know if I could run them. As it stands right now on my new layout, my smallest radius is 12 inch. Which in HO terms is what? 24 inch? This is roughly twice the size. So I still don't think I'll be able to run auto racks, unfortunately. But we'll see. Jury's still out on that one. And Heath says she's having CCL surgery. It's like tearing your ACL. Oh dear. That's never fun. How old is she, Heath? And also, Forge, do you have trains as well as Lego, or is this the start of your collection? Am I zoomed in all the way? Yes, I am. I keep forgetting what lens I have on this camera. No, I don't like that. That's better. Yeah, center beam cars are 73 feet. It's longer than anything I've ever run. My longest car is a 60-foot reefer, and it didn't run on my old layout, which is why I wanted to expand, and then it turned into rebuild. Forges and HO model are mostly in CNW and UP. 70s and the 90s. That's pretty cool. So you come by it naturally, of course you're into trains. That's awesome. Is that black? There it is. That's what I'm looking for. Forge, is this your first time here? Thank you, Forge. Well, the reason I ask, I just have never seen you in the chat before, so I wondered if you were new. But glad to have you here. I think I waited too long on some of these, so let me toothpick. No, that's too small. Or too big, rather. I think I missed my chance. Ah, well. Can you forgive me, Mike? Or am I being overly critical? If I dry that a little bit. This is my method of drying things fast. Just clean them up with a Q-tip. Now, you stay quiet in the chat and then you speak up when there's a BMW on the line. Says a lot about you, Forge. You're one of the few people in the world that like free stuff. Now this is not super legible, but you gotta remember it's HO scale. So to the people that are HO scale, they'd probably be able to read that just fine. I dare you to challenge that. That'll work. And believe it or not, Mike, that's the first time I've ever done this hat on a car. But I felt like it, so I did it. Sometimes that's how things happen. Like raffling a Beamer. You okay up there? Thanks, Dwight. So when we were at Otter Valley last month, Trackside Mike, who owns this car, he bought 2 of these hats, East End hats. If you catch his stream on Monday nights, you've probably seen him wear them. And so I figured, why not put it on his car? Add to the promotion of Sterling Society, who makes these hats. Plus, I think the good people over at Sterling Society would be pleased. Happy Valley said he wants me to put Heath's logo on the car. Might save that for when Heath sends me a car. I don't even know. What does your logo look like again, Heath? By the sounds of it, it's big. That'll work. Heath, I saw you sent me an email. That's why I said that. It's funny, I left my phone upstairs, and my wife sent it to me, or handed it to me rather, not sent it. And I saw your email, and I started to read the first line of it. I'm like, wait a second, I'm streaming right now. I shouldn't be checking emails. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with that. I think I'm going to leave that the way it is. Let me see what else I can do. I'm going to do one more. Do one more right over here. Just do a basic one. This is a staple of mine. I do this one a lot. So I'll just kind of toss it up here. Oh, and I just realized. Sorry, everyone. I just did this completely off camera. Sorry. I'm looking at it in what I could see on the camera, and I guess it was not showing up on the stream because of how the stream was, and yeah. Do I do any decals? No, I don't. It's not to say I never will. It's just that as of right now, I don't. Where are we? What? No. Hang on, let me fix that. This one should be here. There we go. That's that one. And that's that one. There we go. Fixed. Okay. Let's go back to this side. Does anybody have any big plans for the weekend? Because it's only a day away. It's one more extremely long work day away. I need to fix that. That's okay. That's what paint is for. See, the truth is, I make mistakes on purpose so that you guys can see that I'm doing it for real. I'm gonna stick... I'm leaving it on top down. I'm not changing my camera angles again. I full on thought you guys could see everything I was doing. Oh my goodness. Sorry guys. Camping and golf. Okay. Winning combination. If you're into those sorts of things. I wouldn't mind the camping. I would probably fail at the golf. You're on your own there, bud. Happy Valley wants to know if I've ever graffitied a Hot Wheel. Well, ask yourself this, Happy Valley. Have you ever seen an automobile with graffiti on it? Do they make it like that? Also, Heath is right. I don't take my Hot Wheels out of the package. So, if there ever comes a day when I take a Hot Wheels out of a package, ask yourself this question. Have I ever tagged a Hot Wheels? Do they make it like that? Probably not. Maybe a transport truck, because you see graffiti on transport trucks here and there, and that's kind of cool. But not a Hot Wheels. Oh, you're going glamping? That's not very intense. The Woodstock Toy and Collectibles show on Sunday. That sounds like fun. You've seen cars with graffiti on them. I have never seen that. I'm not pulling your leg or anything. I just have never seen that. That's interesting. Would that be in New York, Heath? Because that tracks. How are we doing for time now? Hour and a half? Not bad. That would actually make a really fun scene if you did a car with like a smashed windshield and all that kind of stuff. You seeing Tim Brim? Oh, sorry guys. Oh, we got a long message here. What does this say? Those GFs are mild compared to shooting on the ones in Melbourne. Alright, well, you see, everything in Australia is slightly more extreme, according to my research. Everything in Australia wants to kill you. So I'm not surprised that that's the case, Artie. Forever DC 302. How's it going? To get you up to speed, Doug, first of all, we used the spinning wheel. We used the spinning wheel to decide whose car we were going to work on tonight, and yours was in it, and unfortunately didn't make it. And then we raffled off a BMW in HO scale that's been weathered. And you missed that too, because you weren't in the chat. So you have to ask yourself, was your trip in a Mustang convertible worth it? I'm going to say yes, because our trip in a Mustang convertible sounds great right about now. Where's the one I'm looking for? There it is. Doug's saying that it was worth it to be in a Mustang convertible. I think he's saying that just to make himself feel better because he missed out on all this fun times that we've been having. All these fun times we've been having. So you keep telling yourself that, Doug. Because we're having shenanigans over here, and it's a great time. Okay. And Doug, just so you can have a look on the other side, we did Tim Brim. And we did save over here, off camera for some reason, in throw-up style. What was Peter's question? Because I don't think I even saw a Peter in the chat. Let me go up and look. Hey, Peter. That's what I'm seeing there. Hi, Peter. Where is Peter? Peter. I'm new to your show. Love your work you do. Do you ever use one of those graffiti marker programs? I don't know what a graffiti marker program is. How did I start out? I started out because I didn't see graffiti on model trains and I wanted to. It's as simple as that. So I just did graffiti on model trains and it turned into something. There's a video on my channel about it, actually. Why Graffiti, I believe it's called. If you want to check that out, I just did a little bit of a history lesson on why I started and when I started and how I started, all those nice little who, where, what, why, when kind of questions. But thanks for joining us, Peter. Excellent. Glad you could be here. Let me just make sure that you're still seeing what I'm doing. For all I know, you're looking at the top of my head all this time. Or the spinny wheel. Thanks, Mike. I'm glad you like it. Oh, sorry. That's not Mike. That's Doug. Thanks, Doug. I don't know why. The two of you, your pictures are very similar. So when I glance up and I see one of them, I get them confused sometimes. Thanks, Peter. Yeah, if you go to my video, or sorry, if you go to my channel, and go to the videos tab. You'll be able to filter through what are live streams and which ones are actual videos, and that way you can choose whether or not you want to watch a replay of a 1 to 2 hour show that was live, or watch something that's edited down to a more manageable and digestible size. Totally up to you, but you can check it all out at your leisure. Heath, I don't think I'm going to be on in 2 hours, so I'm going to bid you farewell and best of luck with your dog. And I'll definitely be checking my email when I'm finished with this stream, and we'll be in touch. Have a good night, buddy. Is Jason still on? Where's Jason? Because he was all talk at the beginning here. And I don't even think he's still watching, is he? Guy swindled me into putting Freak on this car. Or is he here? I don't know. I could be wrong. Let's brighten this up. I don't know if you guys can see this okay. Or it could be that my laptop screen is a little dark. I don't even know where I was headed with this one. I just put it on here because I wanted to make Jason happy. Are you happy, Jason? The plumber is here. Hello, the plumber. What's up, Chief? All right. I would love that, Artie. If you wanted to shoot me an email. I'd love to see what's going on down under. Thank you, the plumber. I appreciate that. I actually want to darken up this line here. So I decided to take the battery out of my clock because it was driving me nuts last time I did a stream. So it was just when there was silence while it was working, it was just in the background. And I'm like, okay, that has to stop. So now it's just a decorative circle. Let's do blue. Blue and red always clash really well. Thanks, Forge. Yeah, I love a good complementary color. I love a clash. It kind of works but doesn't all at the same time. I think that's why the Joker's colors are so unsettling. With the green and the purple together, it just doesn't work, but it does all at the same time. I should do a Joker car. That would be fun. It's funny, we've talked on the stream before who was the best Batman, but the real question is who was the best Joker? You know, growing up, I had clocks all over my house too. My dad has a grandfather clock that chimes every 15 minutes. And when I lived with my parents, I was used to it because I lived there. So you get used to something like that. However, I've gone back since, obviously. And every 15 minutes, I'm like, oh, the clock's going off. I'm just not used to it anymore. And like that clock was the only clock in our house. We don't have clocks. Who needs to know what time it is anyway? Our kids wake up at the same time every day. We don't need a clock. Chris says that Mark Hamill was the best Joker. Touche. I was gonna say Heath Ledger. But I think it's a toss-up between the two. Sidetracks wants to know if I do holiday graffiti. As in, like, Christmas stuff and whatnot? Probably. Seems very niche. It's very seasonal. I've never seen anything like that, but alright, already have a wonderful evening. Or I guess it would be daytime where you are. Have a great day. Let me know how Friday is, because we're not there yet. Alright, I'm happy with that one. Is that one done now too? I think this one's done. Maybe I'll just do some yellow on this one. Why not? Make it up as we go. Yellow on yellow. Actually, that's not a horrible plan. This is an afterthought, but I'll put it right here. I want it to be bigger than that. Ooh. Those things are real loose, eh? I'll just do a bit of patchwork on this one here. When you have a paint marker that's a similar color to the car, why not? I don't want to go too hectic on the seam though, because I don't want it to bleed. And I know it's an afterthought, but I want it to go underneath this one, so I'm going to trace around here. So Doug, what year is your Mustang? I think I might have asked you this before. Also, while we're on the topic of Mustang, how do you guys feel about electric Mustangs, the Mach-E? An electric SUV called a Mustang. Discuss amongst yourselves. That'll work. Doug says a Mach-E is not a Mustang. You have a 2012, am I reading that correctly, Doug? Today on my way home from work I saw an electric Jeep Wrangler. I know it was hybrid electric, but still. What on earth are you gonna do if you're out in the bush, off-roading, in an electric Jeep, and you run out of juice? It's not happening, is it? Okay. I'm just kind of having fun tonight, just doing random stuff. I don't really have an agenda. Does this work? Oh, you missed that one. That says Monday at 8. Trackside Mike, Monday at 8. On, where is it? On YouTube. put a little YouTube logo there. Why not? Okay, I'm gonna need a new stool. Thank you very much. Let's put, I keep trying to move back and forth because I don't want you to miss anything, because this car is so big. But if I go, little tag there, ask me what that says, I have no clue. Am I weathering this buggy? Would you like me to? So we could do that. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna dull coat it first because I don't want anything to smudge. So I'll be right back. Let's keep up with the chat, shall we? What do we have going on here? I'm waiting for whatchamacallit, dull coat to dry. So, okay, yep, I have elevator music. Everybody needs elevator music. Why wouldn't you need elevator music? I'm just gonna organize some of these markers while we're waiting. Go get some popcorn and some soda. Welcome back, Keith. Am I going for the 3 hour? No, I don't think so. I want to just weather this and then call it a night. That'll probably take us to about 10:30. And the plumber wants to know. Let me just show you here. I'll show you what I have. They're not behind me. Oops. I feel like I tweaked the camera there. What I have is this one. It's from a classic series, I think from like 2001 maybe. Truthfully, I don't know. I'd have to look it up again. But I have that. And then from the same set, or maybe the next year, this Bonneville. Both of these being treasure hunts. And then more recently, I have the 65 Galaxy treasure hunt. They're not my favorites of the treasure hunts, but they're what I have. They're what I've found. These ones were, I think, were Christmas presents, and I never opened them. And then this one I found not that long ago. I think back in like February, I think I found that. I was pretty excited to find that in the store. But yeah, let's get those out of the way before they get weathering powder on them. And this should be dry now. Yeah, I like the Galaxy. It's just it's not the one I was looking for. The one I really want from that same year is the Little Red Express. That's green. I believe it's green. That sounds funny to say. But that year they came out with a main line that was blue, which I have a couple of behind me here. But then they have a green one. I think it's green. But you can't find that one anywhere. It's pretty desirable. Where are my wedges? I should have a weathering wedge around here somewhere. Hold on, guys. Alright, let's see here. This used to be white. That'll work. I'm just using pan pastels right now. I want to show you just how easy it is to put some grime down with the pan pastels. Like the way that it coats it is unreal. Like you barely have to do anything and it's destroyed. And then if you don't like it, you can just erase it. See, Chris, if you don't stick a sticker, then what is it? You have to stick a sticker. That's what guitar cases are for. So if I'm redundant to some of the people that have watched my streams before, I'm sorry, but the way that I collect Hot Wheels is I've always collected Hot Wheels ever since I was a kid. I was always careful with my Hot Wheels. There were some that I didn't really care about, and that's fine. But the ones that I liked, I made sure to keep them in good shape. I still played with them, I still took them out of the packages, but I kept them good. And then when I got to about 12 or 13 years old, I started keeping them in the packages. And that carried on until now. And my son, who's 4, is super excited about Hot Wheels, but he likes to play with them because he's 4. And so the way that we collect Hot Wheels now is I try desperately to find duplicates, and he gets to play with one. I put one on the shelf, and then someday down the road when he says, hey, I really wish I didn't take these out of the package, because I had that moment when I was about 12 or 13 years old, then I can say, well, here's a duplicate of every single one you played with as a kid, still in the package. James, how's it going? Where could you possibly have been that's more important than Third Rail Thursday? Now it's funny because honestly, with the way the roof is, typically with weathering powder and everything, I put down the middle and then I blend it out and I put dark rust, light rust. But the way that this goes on, and you just kind of work it in and you keep going until you like it, you're getting a variation pretty much automatically. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that. It's gonna be a fairly light weathering job overall, just with the pan pastels. I don't want to go overboard. Well, maybe I'll save that for the, because Mike sent me 2 of these, so maybe I'll make one of them a little more weathered than the other, just for fun. These cars are unreal though. The detail is insane. So how goes the move, James? Are you just about there? Let me try and get... You're almost done. That's great to hear. Moving is the worst. I'm glad to hear you're almost done. Okay, this is hard to see. Let me see if I can focus this. There we go. Are you going to put cars in this, Mike? That would be really cool. I'd love to see this on your layout with cars in it. This one, let me grab grab a toothpick. Pardon my reach. line these up a little bit better. Can you see that? There we go. That's better. So James, are you bringing an existing layout to your new place, or are you building fresh? Eminem probably went to bed. Regardless of whether or not it's summer break, he's got to go to bed. And then I'm going to just put a little bit of neutral gray on the bottom. Let me refocus this. Gonna go right over Jason's tag since he left. Not bitter at all. I'm gonna put a bit of rust weathering powder over here, because there's some like latches and such for these doors that can't go untouched. I'm just gonna let it fall on there, and then I'll dull coat that. Put some down here too. It's not even showing up on the camera, but you gotta believe me that this looks cool. You put a Q-tip in the weathering powder and then just twist it. You have to make that sound effect too, apparently. Okay. I'm going to dull coat that, and then I'll do the grime on the other side. Please hold. Ooh. Let that dry. Alright, in the meantime, I'm actually pretty happy with how this webcam turned out. If you remember my stream from 2 weeks ago, this is the same webcam. it turned out a lot better. Let me see if I can pull it up. Where is it? I want to show you guys. It's the worst. Of course, my computer's being slow because I'm streaming. Where is it here? Check this out. Look at that. Look how awful. Look how awful that is. This is a really bad angle of it, but you get what I'm saying. Look at that. Look at that. And then look at that, and then look at how it is now. Now, then. Now, then. I figured it out. Anyway, random digression. Okay. That should be good. I'll put some fresh gloves on. The plastic, no, the plastic was not on the camera. What I did was in OBS, if you go into the properties of the camera, you have to uncheck all of the automatic settings. Otherwise, it's going to constantly, no matter what you do with the lights or anything, it's just going to adjust however it wants to. And you have to turn all of that off. And then what I was doing originally was my face was bright, so I turned down the brightness. But that wasn't working. What I needed to do was, I think it's called background compensation or something like that. And I turned that down, and it decided that the background was allowed to be darker. And so it made the background darker, and then it equalized my face. And like, I don't care that the background is a little bit dark, because at least I don't look like a Smurf. So I think that's a pretty happy solution for now, because I'm not buying another camera anytime soon. So this will work for my streams, and then when I do my actual videos, I'll use my camera usually, like normally, like I always have. And it'll work out. Yes, the Sunday brunch kit build. On Sundays at noon Eastern. On Go Via or Go Home. Always a great time. I typically try to catch the replay, because I always miss it. But it's a lot of fun. And next week, like I was saying before, oops, wrong one. Next week is Go Via or Go Home for Third Rail Thursday. I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not, Chris. It's not that I don't want to watch it live. It's just that I'm always busy on Sunday mornings. So I always miss it. But it's great. It's a lot of fun. I was on it one time. And it was a fun time. It's hard to see what I'm doing there. It's really blurry, but I'm putting grime on the bottom here, or on the ends rather. Let me focus. There we go. I'm trying to avoid touching the camera with my glove hands. Smurf hands. But this is also an awkward angle to weather things. Just putting a bit of dust there. Let me fix it off camera because it's hard to do from that angle. Please hold. That's better. That looks more like it. Alright. Mike says I think it looks like an auto wreck now. Well, that's what we were going for. And if that's what you say, then I guess we're done. Chris is super sarcastic. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, okay? I can't be in two places at once. Everybody watch Go Via or Go Home on Sunday. Everyone except me. Is that better, Chris? Let me just dull coat the whole thing now. There we have it, folks. Let's let that dry. Okay. Heath says, who is Go Via or Go Home? Well, he is a guy that is responsible for all of this stuff. And he's next week. Third Rail Thursday. That's his baby. Alright, I'm just trying to catch up in the chat here. I think that about does it for tonight. I think I'm happy. Did I do the save tag? Yeah, I did the throw up style down here. Where is it? So let me just show you real quick. We have on this side, let me go out as this as wide as it goes. There we go. Right about there. There we go. Okay, so we have Freak, which needs this taken off now. And Jason left, so I don't even know why I bothered to do this for him. It's not even his car. And yeah, TSM for trackside mic. Little advertisement for the Monday night live stream over on Trackside Mike's channel with Mike and James. One of these nights I might have to join you, but I don't know when that will be because my kids have soccer on Monday nights, and I think getting home and jumping on a stream would be extremely difficult. So maybe sometime soon, but we'll see. Depends on when soccer is over for the year. Yep. And then we've got the other side of the car here. We've got Timbrim with a little Sterling Society hat up there, and some patchwork, and save. So there you go. And the traffic light, I got from a friend of mine who was throwing it out. I have no idea where he got it. The story ends there as far as where he got it. I said, "Oh, where'd you get it?" He's like, "Do you want it or not?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want it, but where'd you get it?" He's like, "Don't worry about it. Do you want it or not?" So that's kind of that story. It's wired weird. I don't know. It's obviously not wired the way it would be if it were being used as a traffic light. It's wired in such a way where when you plug it in, all the light bulbs turn on. So if I want to change the color, I literally open the door, take a light bulb out, and then put it in another socket. So, yeah, I usually just have it on yellow because I think it looks best for filming. Sometimes I change it up. My son Teo loves to ask me to put it on green because green means go, and then he gets excited that he gets to go. I don't know where he's going, but yeah. Let me put it back on this one so you can actually see what's going on, and I put it here so you can see Trackside Mike. And I know you guys want me to go for the whatchamacallit, go for the gold, but I think I'm gonna call it. It's a tease week because I'm close, but I'm not gonna go for it unless you think I can stall for another 20 minutes. I can't do that. Dwight, it's past your bedtime. Alright, well, good night, Dwight. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for the greats and stuff. What do we got here? So there's a street corner somewhere that's missing a light. I'm pretty sure they've replaced it by now, because I've had this light now for like 8 years. So I hope they've replaced it. Thanks, Mike. I'm glad you like it. Can't wait to get it back to you. Enjoyed the stream. Take care, Randall. Happy Valley says, how high does graffiti go up a car? I've seen it all the way up. Honestly, I've seen it go floor to ceiling. I've done floor to ceiling on cars. I love doing that on auto racks. It's a lot of fun. I'll probably do another one like that soon so you can see it. Yeah. So yeah, it really just can be any height. Typically, this is what I've seen most common is something around this height, because you got to think a person would probably be about this tall. They could maybe reach this high. That's why I see sometimes halfway up. But then there's the odd time, depending on where the car is parked, or if they are committed enough to carry around a step ladder, which has happened, then they'll do the whole car. Thanks, James. It's funny, you guys are trying real hard. How did they get the graffiti all the way up to the top? I think I just kind of answered that. Sometimes you'll see it where it, like, maybe a car is parked along a hillside. It's the same as asking how did the graffiti get on the outside edge of that bridge. It looks like no one could ever reach there. Typically with graffiti, it's almost like a challenge to see how difficult a spot you can get your graffiti on, because the harder it is to get there to do the graffiti, the harder it is to get there to remove the graffiti. So some of these times you'll see people get, or you'll see the graffiti there and wonder how on earth did they get there. And obviously they got there. So it's a hard thing to ask how it happened, but it did, so we might as well model it because they make it like that. Auto racks, yeah, the auto racks are enormous when you're standing next to them. When we went to Otter Valley, I don't know if you caught the video from that, but we went rail fanning and we found some auto racks that were cut down. If you didn't see it, it was actually kind of cool. If you look here, I'm not going to do it, but it was hacked like right here with like it almost looked like a torch. Just hacked it off right here and then down like this, and it was flat all the way along the bottom like this, and then back up to here. So there was just a little bit on each end, and it was converted into a flat car. But yeah, obviously the height we weren't able to see standing right next to it, but the length, they're so long. There were two or three of them, I can't remember, in a row on the same siding, and it was a long walk, but we did it. Bridges, they do it from the top upside down. Yeah, you're probably right there. That's why a lot of times on bridges you'll see throw up style, just because it's easier. In all the difficult places you typically see throw up style rather than a piece. I think most of the graffiti get on them when they sit for a while. It's true. The more used a car is, like the more often a car is used, the less likely it is that it will get graffiti on it, because, and then typically some facilities will have security and things like that. Yeah. Let me put this guy back in its little box. Whoops, how did that go? It goes like this. Over top of the wheels. And I dropped one. Excellent. I heard it land. I'll find it out. Oh, there it is. Tiny, tiny little spring guy that's used to hold this thing in. Hook that on there. So yeah, absolutely. Forge, send me an email. Contact me through the website, and we'll get this party started. For those of you who just got here, we did a raffle just to prove Heath wrong. Now Heath, if I end up eating my words, I'll definitely let you know. There we go. Yeah. What does throw up style look like? Well, I'll tell you. I might not give this car back to my brother because it's a very handy example piece. Let's move this one out of the way. this one here is what I like to use as an example of all three. So if you, and by the way, yes, I am stalling just as much as you guys are. You're welcome. We're going for it, Chris. So this car, if you look here, you'll see this is an example of a piece, which is more kind of like a mural. A lot more detail has gone into it, similar to the TSM that I did on the auto rack just now. It takes a lot of time and effort and all of that fun stuff. This right here is throw up style. Bubbly letters, quick and easy. Not a lot of time and effort spent on filling it in all the way. You can see there's still some yellow showing through. Just quick and dirty. It's used mostly to just get your name up as quickly as possible and cover a bigger area so that you're seen from farther away, it's harder to cover up, etc. And then, of course, tags are these scribbly guys. Like this one here. Just spray can or chisel tip marker, something along those lines that just, it's like peeing on a hydrant. But yeah, so there's that. And let's put the auto rack back in here for scale. These things are huge. You always forget just how big auto racks are. This is a 60-foot box car. And there's an auto rack beside it. Here we go. There's your thumbnail. Right. What else do we have here? You sure that thing has a clear title? Are you talking about the Beamer? You're really happy I kept it short tonight. Spend time getting other projects. Well, you know, you could have kept me on in the background and get some stuff done. Sweet looking auto rack. Do you need more to do? Yeah, send them on. You have my information. I love doing auto racks, and it would be very cool to see a row of them all together. I think I've done probably, I want to say 6 or 7 of my brother's auto racks, but I've never seen them all together. So I think that would be really cool. When I finally get them back to him, I'll probably take a picture or something. Am I gonna stop at 2 hours and 59 minutes? I might. That would be really funny. Where you live in Virginia, you don't see auto racks ever. I see auto racks constantly because where we are, there's a lot of automotive manufacturing. There's a big GM plant in Oshawa, which is about an hour away from where I am. There's another one in Oakville, which is an hour the other direction where I am. So we see them go by often. Another thing we see a lot of is intermodal. There's a massive intermodal yard, maybe like 10 minutes up the road from me. One of these days, I'm gonna fly over it because I think that would be really cool. I love auto racks, but I was gonna say intermodal. I love both of them. The thing is, to model them properly, like with an intermodal yard and everything, it takes a lot of space. So I don't think I'm going to do that on my new layout, but I'll probably run intermodal just because they look cool. Thanks, Mike. Why is it called intermodal? I don't know. I really don't know. I could look it up. No, I'm not gonna look it up. You look it up. Save that for your stream. Mike, one of these days I want to come and see your layout. So I can take pictures of your auto racks myself. I think that would be cool. My coffee's done. Yet I keep reaching for it. I'll have to go make another one. I'm stalling now because I'm so close I can't give up now. What do you want to do? What do you want to do for 10 minutes? What should we do? Oh, let's see here. What can we do for 10 minutes? I know. This was from a couple weeks ago, and I wanted to fix this graffiti because I wasn't happy with it. So let's kill 10 minutes, shall we? This is a car I did first week of June. No, I can't juggle, sorry. I did this. This has my kids' names on it. But this one here in particular I'm not happy with. And I've always wanted to go back in and fix it up. So let me just do that real quick. Let me switch to this one. I just wanted to do the black outline so you can actually see the letters a little easier. So we're going to do that. I like the green. I'm going to make it so you can still kind of see the green. But at the same time, this is going to make it a little easier to read. And I've yet to weather this as well. I've been waiting because I wanted to fix this. I'm not going to weather it tonight. Don't get any ideas. I was laughing about this car though, or about this car because my first two kids have the easiest names to write out in graffiti, and yet my youngest, Adelaide, this one here, is the most complicated. It's the longest name, and I made it the most complicated font, which is why I was having difficulty before. But I think this is going to make it a little bit easier to read. And it's going to take us to our destination. Yeah, Heath, you're right. I was gonna ask. I did ask if I could change their name all of their names. I remember Mike was trying, or sorry, not Mike, Mark was trying to combine their names. That didn't work either. I think that's a little better. A little easier to see. Okay, I think I'm done with this one. So yeah, you can see here, Teo and Noel. And Adelaide. And there's room for a fourth. Okay. But I think we're winding down. I'm gonna end it at 2:57. No, I can't. I can't do that to you. That would just be rude. What else can I do for 3 minutes? What should we do? Got 3 minutes. Do. Doodle-doo. This one's still here too. Boo-boo-boo-boo. There's not a lot of room in this one, is there? The fun about graffiti is you're never done. You can just carry on. We do pink instead. That'll stand out. There you go, 3 hours. 3 hours. We did it, people. We did it. Where are we at now? 2:59. I think that's a good place to end it. 2 hours and 59 minutes. Okay, everybody. I think that's it. I'm tired. My coffee's done. I need another. You guys got 3 hours out of me. And Mike got a really cool car. I'm actually really happy with this car. It looks so cool. Yeah. 3 hours and 5 seconds. Excellent. Thank you guys for hanging in. 10 people hung around. That's great. Sing us a song, the one you sang to your wife when you first met. I don't. Did I sing? Did I sing you a song? I don't know. I don't remember. I'm not gonna sing tonight. Good night, Happy Valley. But yeah, I'm calling it. I'm calling it. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. This was a lot of fun. It was unexpected. I wasn't planning on going for the gold, but we were so close. I couldn't help myself. Yeah. Take that, Chris. 3 hours. Oh, man. This was fun. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Until next time, next week is Chris. Go via or go home. 8 o'clock. Don't forget to check out Trackside Mike's channel. He goes live every single Monday at 8. Little bit of a plug for him because obviously I did his car, and it'll be a fun time if you go and check out his channel. Give him a sub. Not a sandwich, but where is he at right now? Let's see. Let's document where Mike is right now, so that if we ever come back to this, we can say this was the time that Trackside Mike went from 57 subscribers to his first 100. Let's do it. I know there's only 10 people watching right now, but yeah. Let's get him to 100, shall we? I think that'll be fun. Alright. Well, thanks, guys. Once again. And I'm going to call it. So, until next time, I'll see you later. I don't know. That's not how I normally end things. Remember, they make it like that. And also, don't forget to head on over to www.theymakeitlikethat.com for all your model railroading and weathering and graffiti needs and wants and desires. Shoot me an email. Maybe I'll do some graffiti for you. It'll be fun. Anyway, have a nice day further.